truth, I step into the night. Now it never made sense to me why some crave the limelight. It makes me wonder how I'm supposed to be. Could it be wrong to kick back and just right? Now let the truth be told. When in my zone, learn from the fighter's techniques. Now let the truth be sold to you. Eyes on the goal, but you're moving too quick. Don't speak, just listen. No doubt gonna lay my claim. You put in work and just wait, and let it all unfold. Straight from the soul, now I stick to my goal always. Damn right, gotta lay my claim. Watch the whole world change, and let it all unfold. Straight from the soul, gotta stick to my goal always. It's the truth, I step into the night. Now it never made sense to me why some choose the limelight. Imagine if they put the time to seek, to find a talent and then watch it take flight. Well, let the truth be told. Go to your zone, learn from the finest techniques. Well, let the truth be sold to you. Come to your own, but you're moving too quick. Don't speak, just listen. No doubt gonna lay my claim. You put in work and just wait, and let it all unfold. Straight from the soul, now I stick to my goal always. Damn right, gotta lay my claim. Watch the whole world change, and let it all unfold. Straight from the soul, gotta stick to my goal always. Come on, vibe with us. Little something at a spot tonight. Come on, get hype with us. Ain't no need to fight. Get up, wake up, get down to this sound. We gonna light the night. Tell me who is high in life. Everywhere I seek, things speak to me. Things speak to me, please sing to me. Set up, break down till I'm weak. Each week we reach a new peak, and I wonder when it all might stop. Cause until then I'll give it all I got in harmony. Get back up, you're my remedy. Time to do it again. Everybody at a spot tonight. Come on, vibe with us. Little something at a spot tonight. Come on, get hype with us. Ain't no need to fight. Get up, wake up, get down to this sound. We gonna light the night. Tell me who is high in life. Just got announced from Oregon, and it's fire. Wanna inhale, exhale. Yeah, California, Washington keeps it blazing. Inhale, exhale. Just got some chronic at my spot, and I'm ready. Wanna inhale, exhale. Yeah, Colorado, well starts, keeps me medicated. Inhale, exhale. I'll be the first one to say, yeah, light it up, I'll be the first one to fade. And spark it up or elevate it. Nah, I can't complain. It keeps me humble, makes me appreciate. Sweet Mary Jane, you pick me up, you make me feel no pain. And when in doubt, inspire me to get out. Sing with my heart, I'll take a draw to calm down. Don't have to tell you, we don't have to give a reason. We elevate at any time or any season. It keeps me going, never feel like I'm defeated. Gives me that feeling I can always count on. I'll take the best of what's around, it don't matter. Wanna inhale, exhale. Yes, outside, keep it up, keep it blazing. Inhale, exhale. Just got some endo at my spot, and it's fire. Wanna inhale, exhale. And in the islands, well, starts keeps me medicated. Inhale, exhale.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut. You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.
Yeah. Oh, where's my mic? Yeah. I was all expecting the intro. Yeah, check this out. We started a little earlier today. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, let me get situated. You know what I mean? I was rolling up during the countdown. Bam, there we are. Oh, let me get situated again. You know what I'm saying? A little technical difficulties. You know what I mean? All right, look at that. What's happening? Shout out to the 420 crew. I haven't quite hijacked the show, but definitely firing this thing up a little early. Huss on the phone call right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's get high. Reminder, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that does know, it is the Mac God himself, Mac Dre, the late great Andre Hicks. Rest in peace. Happy birthday. Also, my daughter turns double digits today, 10 years old. Hey, happy birthday to my big head girl. Shout out to my man Clock Management. Also his birthday, you know what I mean? He's out there saving lives. You know what I'm saying? All that freedom blanket that we enjoy. We got to thank guys like him, you know what I mean? Yeah. And man, is anybody slow mode today from the 4th? Or what y'all back to work? Everybody just, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy because we kind of in my household, this shit kind of just went back to normal yesterday. My girl went back to work. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that keeps up with the show knows she had like an emergency surgery, had to get her gallbladder removed. That shit was crazy, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So like she couldn't even lift like things more than 10 pounds for the last couple of weeks. So I'm like, man, it's crazy having a 26-pound baby attached to you all the time. You know what I mean? Except for right now, actually. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She'll come here sooner than later, though. That motherfucker will hop up out the nap and come down and knock on the studio door. I'm like, this motherfucker. I like that. You know what's funny too is I'll be forgetting. Sometimes the baby will go down for a nap and I'll be like, hell yeah. Woo! I start watching something on my phone. I'm in the studio. I'm rolling something, and then like you know what I mean. I'm about to light up, and then boom, I see her wake up on the monitor. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, that's only been 45 minutes. And I said, I've been bullshitting for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? I almost like need to get right to it because anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn it, trying to smoke a joint, watching her roll around on the fucking monitor and shit. You know what I mean? Anyways, we got some news for you. I know the news it was starting to pile in. Shout out to our man Lee. I hadn't funneled through the news yet, so it's gonna be a fun one. Wait till Huss gets on here. What else was going down? Oh yeah, shit was crazy too. Yesterday it was a fucking war zone in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I get like 4th of July, right? But somewhere along the way, it turned into just like blowing things up. Like, that's all I was hearing. It's like, boom, boom, boom. Then, boom. It's like, bruh, that shit was kind of irritating. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Unless we could blow things up. You know what I mean? I'm all about blowing things up. Pause. That doesn't sound right. I put the emphasis on the word blowing. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, man. Got the slow drafts going. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody, be sure to like this joint. And hey, be sure to motherfucking sign up with the 420 crew. Because man, these best ball leagues don't stop. I think we got 48 in counting in the can. You know what I'm saying? Do the math. 48 times 12. That's over 500 teams already in this best ball tournament. $10 a pop gets you a chance at the bag. You know what I'm saying? It makes me want to talk like that. I'm trying to talk like that the rest of the show. Hey, sign up for $10. Enter the best ball tournament, the best ball to end all best balls. Don't forget to sign up because you're too high now. I forgot what I was just about to say. I ain't gonna lie, I'm too high. It's funny, the first iteration of my podcast where I didn't have a live chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. I used to do uploads. And so like whenever you bullshit, you're really just bullshitting by yourself, if you think about it. When you're doing a pod by yourself and it's audio only. You know what I mean? And when I say audio only, because you know what I'm saying, that was just my first iteration. I wasn't really doing the camera stuff, you know what I mean? It was just, you put my way more volume. Because back then I wasn't going live. And then like, you know, it was just way too much post editing when I'd rather just bing bang, you know what I'm saying? The audio is just dumbass clean. But also like since 2020 came around, it really entered the era of like everybody and their mama is just jumping on camera trying to talk something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was as saturated as before. But I enjoy that it's saturated. Cause like as long as you're good, basis of comparison is gonna have you shitting on these other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I think my favorite quality about our content, period, is that the fact that we can like come back and own some shit. Cause we definitely own it every time we write. You know what I'm saying? But we'll own it when we're wrong too. You know what I mean? Especially when I take that's funny shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'll spend the whole season championing something. Week one come around, like, fuck that motherfucker. I mean, I made a case for Sam Darnold a couple years ago when he went to Carolina. You know what I'm saying? They traded for him. You know what I mean? I mean, it was hard to not give this kid a second chance, considering that he was with Adam Gase. Adam Gase sucked. You know what I mean? Adam Gase was really bad. Adam Gase only made his hay because he was the OC for Peyton Manning back in the Broncos. And honestly, they didn't even win it with him as the OC. You know what I mean? And when you're the OC for Peyton Manning, what are you really even calling? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's all kind of Omaha, and you know what I'm saying? Calling the audibles and all type of shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. And so Sam Darnold goes over to Carolina, and this son of a bitch has DJ Moore and motherfucking CMC, and you get him hella late. And you know, I've having him everywhere as the third QB in Superflex. And he was killing it the first 5 weeks. Killing it for fantasy purposes. Because, you know, if you think like 200 yards passing, you know, a touchdown passing and one rushing, that's pretty good for a Sam Darnold. You know what I mean? Didn't last long. He died. And now he's there to curse my Niners. Why did I bring that up? Now I'm pissed. I was having a good day. It's my daughter's birthday. It's Mac Dre's birthday. Rest in peace, Mac, to the Mac God. And now I got to worry about this motherfucking Sam Darnold based on our 49er injury curse that eventually he might get in that motherfucker, bro. And it's like I'm that stubborn that I like, even if say we're in the playoffs and it has to be Sam Darnold, I don't even want us to win. Fuck that. So I gotta come on this motherfucker and talk about, oh, Sam Darnold won a playoff game. I can already hear me now making excuses for him. Well, listen, Jimmy won games in the playoffs. I start making stupid excuses like it's a system thing because it is true. Kind of shows how whack Lance is too, though. If you know what I'm saying, you're that athletic and supposed to be like naturally talented, but you can't even, you know what I mean? You can't run the system, bro. And the Mr. Irrelevant could come in. Shout out to the Brock. You know what I'm saying? Brock come through. See, and for me, here's a good piece of advice. In fantasy, I pretty much just avoid that whole quarterback situation altogether anyway, even in Superflex. Unless you could assure me that really late double digits, I could like get Lance and swing around and get Brock, or vice versa. Brock swing around and get Lance, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's two schools of thought here, maybe even three for some crazy assholes. When I say maybe three, because there's some people that think Sam Darnold makes a comp. You know what I mean? I don't think it's any kind of competition here. It's Brock's job. You know what I'm saying? And if only, well, where's my phone? Maybe I can read the chat from my phone. Where's the motherfucker? Okay, I guess my phone's not here. Well, yeah, well, you know what? I like ranting anyway. Here's another thing that really grinds my gears, right? Is everybody that like says things like, "Oh, Russ is washed," or like people that are like saying Dak is washed. Like maybe real life. For fantasy, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like those schools of thought too, because it makes these motherfuckers drop. You know what I mean? And it makes me feel stupid that even though like I'm getting in the super flex, I'm getting like a 4th, 5th round Russ, and I feel like I'm getting value, but I might be going a little too high based on the public perception. You know what I mean? It's hard to not tell me that somebody with a Sean Payton's won games with a Taysom Hill. You know what I mean? Sean Payton's won games with my man Teddy Two Gloves, bruh. Teddy Roosevelt. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Bridgewater himself, bruh. I ripped off 5 straight. It was undefeated with Teddy and Sean Payton. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. And then they beef up that offensive line to bring over McGlinchey from my Niners. I forget where they got their left. They brought over a left guard. Yeah, you know what I mean? That line's got to be better. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any real run game to speak of right now outside of Samaje Perine, and he's a pass catching guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like Russ. I think Russ throw for 4,500 easy this year. Maybe their defense is really fucking good, actually. They got a really interesting defense now that I think about it. I don't like Vance Joseph as a DC, though. That's another thing. But Sean Payton, he chose Vance Joseph over Rex Ryan. And supposedly, like, Vic Fangio was rolling with him early, but left because of the money. So it was like, you know what I mean? Because obviously he probably would have been like, come on, Vic. And Vic Fangio, they loved him over there and with the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just had a bad go at it. I mean, Drew Lock, when you draft a Drew Lock, it's not good at all.
What up, peeps? My bad. We had a call from the Cannabis Guardian Angel, and that was one of those ones. It was a lot of brainstorming about August and like cool things going on for the Champ Show. Man, just a heads up. I mean, I know it's hella short notice, but the Champ Show in Vegas is July 19th. If you guys could make it out here, I really recommend trying to make it out here because word through the grapevine is we're going to be partying with Ric Flair at this crazy after party. So it would it'd be cool if you guys are able, if anyone's able to come out here, for that. It's going to be super cool. And BS Barbarian's going to be out here. I know he said he's bringing a bunch of drip, and I'm excited.
Tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go.
Yeah, well, I mean, see, that's what's tough.
I know it's one or the other.
Well, he was like, man, do you think we could like make an event, make this event happen in July? And I was like, nah. I was like, I wish, but I was like, there's no way. Like everyone who booked all their stuff is going to be able to like, just change on a whim to 2 weeks.
Oh, Hess?
Yeah.
I mean, shit,
he doesn't know if he's going to be able to come in August. It's like, he'll be there via Zoom, for the Hustler Green Bowl draft. Like he'd probably be the only one, who's able to do it like that because of things that he's got going on.
Probably has the best draft.
Maybe.
He'd be like, yeah, guys, let's eat more mushrooms. Look at me. I'm doing it.
Oh, but like he wouldn't be though.
Yeah, I know.
Of course he would be.
He probably would. He might still have the best draft though. Come on, guys, eat more mushrooms. Hey, you came in right at the perfect time. I was about to go down an ugly rabbit hole. There's a Drew Lock one.
Oh no, man! Like fuck that. All right, let's switch it up. Okay, how about this? Austin Ekeler. So I put him on the face of this because I saw some very, very interesting news about Austin Ekeler.
Okay, that's the one piece of the news I did read.
Yeah, it's the only piece kind of worth like even talking about. Everything else is kind of just whatever.
Yeah, they switching them. They talking about
he is potentially considering a position change and changing to a slot wide receiver because he wants to be paid as a wide receiver.
Tony, he's going to be the Tony Pasta, bro.
I mean, would they? I don't even think they'd franchise tag him. I think they just let him go.
I'm just saying he's gonna be the Tony Pasta in that system because it's Kellen Moore and Tony Pasta would be on the field at the same time as Zeke and be in the slot or put it in motion or you know what I mean? Like he was being used as a receiver is what I'm saying. Like because man, it's like if he's a slot receiver, this really sucks for Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want it to mess with any of the actual wide receivers over there more than he already does getting catches out of the backfield.
Unless they do like 3x1s, right? Yeah. And instead of like the tight end in the slot, it's Ekeler. You know what I mean?
I guess, but like with Kellen Moore, like does that even seem like kind of likely when so much is predicated through the tight end?
Yeah, that's fuck, dude. That's the thing, right? It's like I don't know how that's gonna work, and it's like, so what? So
Marty
then
said, "What the fuck?" Like exactly right. Like this just so I hope it doesn't happen, but I understand why he's saying it. He wants to get that dough, man. He wants to get that dough.
you know, I mean, he's turning 28, right? Is it August?
Let me go double. Let's go double
It's
check.
not like, and like he's a great receiver. This guy can run routes too. You know what I mean? Like, and then like, I mean, imagine that
He
make him an extra.
he just turned 28 May 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
He's on the wrong side of 26 right now, though. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, come on, man. It's the Chargers. Look at what they've done. They let LT walk for nothing. They let Michael Turner walk for nothing. They let Darren Sproles walk for nothing. They let Drew Brees walk for nothing. They let Phillip Rivers walk for nothing.
oh no, you know what's gonna happen?
What?
He's gonna just go to the Chiefs next year. You know what I mean?
Dude, like, could you imagine?
I'm just gonna every play. I was saying that about Keenan Allen right before they restructured him. Like, oh, they're gonna cut him and go to the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Just everyone that leaves any of those AFC West teams are like, just I'll play for free.
Yeah, do the opposite of like Melvin Gordon going to the Broncos and like shit like that. It worked out way better for him when he finally got to the Chiefs. He should have just went there first.
I mean, do the practice squad guys get a ring?
Yeah, everybody does, right?
No fucking way.
He was holding the Lombardi trophy. Like, come on, man. Like, I mean,
no, what? He didn't even do anything.
He almost dropped it.
Are you fucking serious? I would have took it right from him. Hold on, bro. Pacheco was like, hold on, bro.
No fumbles around here, motherfucker. No
hold on, bro. No.
Yep. Look at well, okay, Office. What up, dude? Junior Seau was a little bit different because Junior Seau legit retired, had a retirement speech, like all
cried and everything. Cried, fucking.
Yeah. And Teddy Bruschi was like, "Hey, Junior, we're about to run it. They want you." He's like, "All right, I'm there."
Almost won, and they went undefeated to the season, bro.
Build the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, bro.
Like that would have been fucking crazy. Like for Junior Seau was the only reason that I kind of wish that the Pats won that year. It's like for Junior Seau. Well, I guess also, but for everybody else, fuck it. Because like that was crazy.
I never truly loved Alex Smith until he was with the Chiefs. I fucking hated Alex Smith with the Niners. Hi, Cam. We were supposed to have Rodgers. Even if Rodgers would have been on his back as much as Alex Smith behind that bad offensive line we had, I don't give a fuck. We would have had Rodgers. Fuck Alex
Could
Smith.
have traded back and still got Rodgers.
Right. And then he goes to the goddamn Chiefs. And at this point, Alex Smith had been through like a dozen coordinators and
he's been through a dozen coordinators in his first 4 years.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's been because then he was with Harbaugh for a little stretch there, right? And Greg Roman. Yeah. Right? And Greg Roman, Greg Roman needs an athletic QB to run his system, right? To open things
up.
And
it was legit, though. I mean, 4 offensive coordinators in 4 years. Obviously, the 12 wasn't embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, for the first 4 years of your career, you got to learn a different offense like that. It's got to be hard.
I mean, dare I say, Mitchell Trubisky? Right? That happened to him. But see, that's the thing, though, is that like
Alex Smith said you weren't a Corey Dillon fan, Huss. No, I was not.
Hey, Corey Dillon was running his ass off.
Yeah, hell yeah, he was.
You know what I mean?
And Lee said Chargers won't spend the money on Ekeler. Unfortunately, strapped for cash already. Got to pay Herbert. Whether they were paying Herbert or not, they were never going to pay Ekeler.
They should have pulled a Josh Allen. They should have pulled a Buffalo Bills and extended Herbert already.
Yeah.
Because, like, look at Josh Allen.
There's no rush with him because he's such, like, a fucking team player. He's so stupid that he wanted to play with the Chargers for the Chargers when he was like 10 years old.
They got that shit framed in the locker room up.
Don't forget.
Don't forget, man. You wanted this. You asked for this.
This was your dream, Justin.
You're living your dream. It didn't say anything. You didn't write down you want to be rich playing for the team. You just said you want to be the quarterback for the Chargers.
Because that's what isn't crazy that like the Chargers are still a small market team, but like they play in LA. Like,
I mean, because LA it's not like the Rams won the Super Bowl. You know what's crazy is normally you'll have young ass kids they immediately turn into the Rams fans, right? I didn't really see that, man.
People hate the Rams now.
They
That's
hate 'em.
crazy. They won it 2 years ago, and now everybody hates them. Like after one mediocre year. Well, it was a bad year. After one bad year, after the Super Bowl.
You know what's crazy too? That's only the second bad Sean McVay year with him as the head coach for them. You know what I mean?
Which is pretty fucking amazing with all the different like pieces that he's worked with.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and Lee said the practice squad players don't get the quality of ring that the other one. Well, yeah, because they're gonna get the cubic zirconias, and shit like that. They're not gonna have the fresh diamonds, in all of theirs. There's levels to all of their rings.
Theirs is made of metal, die cast metal.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it? They got replica rings, official replica
ones. Not the silver plated shit, because they use
gold plated.
Because you know what's wild?
Laser printed.
No, Jostin's Rings. That's who does their shit. I'm pretty sure. And like this is the same company that does like all the high school, rings.
Yeah.
Like that. And I remember when they're coming with like the high school rings, and I'm looking at all the different options, and all the shit that I choose comes up to like $1,200 or something. I'm like, man, fuck that. And so we bumped it down, a little bit.
I mean, okay, look at this grown ass man, right? You know what I'm saying? You might I don't know, maybe you had a line in I don't know, the crispy crunchy, right? Dude's yoked though. You know what I'm saying? He got a ring, he got a big ass chunky ring. Hey man, you play? Nah, man. Class of 03 high school. What the fuck you wearing that shit for, bro? Man, the fuck are you wearing that shit, bro? He's all yoked up to make people think that he's like him something. Hey, bro, did you play? Did you play for the Baltimore Ravens, bro? Nah, man. 03. 03 Compton Tech.
Yeah, and so now we just walk around with these big rings. I was like, oh, where'd you play at?
Hey, real time.
Fantasy football championship.
I remember there was this one year I had what is it called? I had the one trophy that from a league that I won where it was just a new trophy every year. So I had that there, and then I had my 2 belts, and I had these 2 Mexican cats that came through to fix something. I think it was I don't know, it might have even been the fridge or something. And then they're talking in Spanish, and then the dude he looks at me and goes, "Hey, you box, man?" And I was like, "Nah, fantasy football." Then he speaks to the other guy in Spanish, and then that guy laughs. He probably looked at the belts. Hey, man, what do you think? Hey, ask him. You know what I mean? Because the other dude didn't speak any English. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they laughed. Like, what do you think I was? Like a super flyweight, featherweight. He was like, "Yeah, man."
Hell yeah, that's just
hilarious. Like, look, I mean, but it wasn't the belts that got like the football on it, or you know what I mean?
Right. That's funny. And Bank said it's hard to like a team that shares a stadium with another team. Yeah.
And how whack
because that means there's 2 teams that are just in like a very close vicinity. Because there's no one who cheers for the Giants and the Jets, right? You either cheer for one or the other. Like there's no like both.
I know. So I mean, well, technically, when your both teams are so bad, you could root for both of them, right? I know people like that. They like I knew crazy assholes be like, I'd be like, man, I used to see you wearing Raiders shit, bro. Now y'all Niner Dally, you're a bandwagon. Nah, bro. I'm a Bay Area fan. Fuck out of here, bro. Hey, listen, shout out to our man Taco. He's a Giants Jets fan.
Does he fuck with the Jets?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I know.
He's like, that's not his team, but he got love for them. He's always like, oh, come on. I'd love to see that for the Jets. And this, remember, he was always, but also this is what I like about Taco though, because like over the years, I always just remember he'll have like the wild, like, late round targets. You know what I'm saying? And it'll always be like a Jet or a Giant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Chris said, hell, there's more Cowboy fans in the whole state of California, except for that shithole San.
I mean, because of those fucking kids, bro. The fucking kids of the 90s.
Yeah.
They all done switched. Like, or not switched, like that could have been when they became football fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way around it. My family's from Frisco, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just raising in the shit. And we're only the greatest team. It's like you just get proud to be a Niner. You know what I mean? You're not all like swearing it's your year every year.
And Marco said the New Jersey Giants and the New Jersey Jets.
I mean, shit. They might as well call them the tri-state area Jets.
Yeah.
That sounds so whack. I mean, it's not far fetched, though, right? They have the New England Patriots, right? That's all. We cover this whole area.
Yeah, because Boston's hella small, right?
Is that why they're? Yeah, because they used to be the Boston Patriots, right? Like back in the 80s or 70s, or whatever it was.
Boston's just too small, though. Got to cover.
Is that what? Boston ain't smart. You think you're wicked smart? You know what's crazy? Boston is small, and they got some hitters that came out that motherfucker, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like the people that come out of Boston nowadays, they don't got that accent, bro. You ain't real Boston, man.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Look at Joe Rogan and fucking Bill Burr. They're so far away removed from their days in Boston that they sound like California guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have the accent at all anymore. You know? My brother-in-law, he's from Jersey. And I remember like I swear to God, after a year of living in Cali, like his accent was gone. But then like he would get drunk and then like they would come out. You know what I mean? You would get drunk and then Italian, East Coast Italian as fuck all of a sudden.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Oh man, that shit's funny. Yeah, it's when people start getting real ghetto. That's when the that's when the accents come.
Like
out.
when I asked him, I said, I like to ask ignorant questions. I'm like, so look, bro, was the motherfucking what was the Jersey Shore really like that? Like, you know, because they had that show at that time when he was with my sister already. And he's like, hell yeah. He's like, man, we used to go out there. He's like, man, you gotta be on your shit. You know what I mean? Think about it, bro. It's the thing to use steroids and get hella jacked, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not like, and you know, you just
and go to the tanning salon.
Yeah, and do laundry apparently in some form of order there, right? But then like think about it, you're all juiced up and motherfuckers is squabbing, bruh.
Yeah.
Hella testosterone in this motherfucker. Extra even.
Oh yeah.
Medical grade testosterone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're all just like the Italians that like Eddie Murphy's talking about in Raw.
It's over here, right?
See, me 6'2", but I'm 5 foot. But I'm Italian, okay?
Watch this.
Watch this. Oh man, Eddie Murphy tells
me, brother.
He looks back. Yeah. Oh man.
Just said Rocky, huh?
Oh,
that's just funny. Then he told him to jump in his IROC. You know what I mean? The Z25 IROC.
Pay for my candy.
What is that shit? Is that a 5.0? The Mustang?
The IROC?
Or is the IROC the rims, bro? I'm tripping. I can't. I'm so high right now.
Yeah, I have no idea which car specifically that it was talking about.
Was it the 5.0 Mustang?
The Camaro? Yeah, the IROC Z, the Chevy Camaro.
Okay, it was the Camaro, not the. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on the West Coast they was on the 5.0.
Tina said IROC is a Camaro or Trans Am. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Camaro. Oh, my dad had a Trans Am when I was a kid.
Nice.
That shit was hard. He had the 454 in that thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that shit was tore up, and I remember he sold the body at one point, and then I remember before that they took the block out, and he's like, oh, somebody will buy this, and they'll always pay top dollar for this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, it was hella years later, and somebody that sure like when the Craigslist days came around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Marco said there's no steroids in baseball. Only players Chuck Norris has breathed on.
Hey, Chuck Norris isn't it known that he's like an HGH advocate? I know like Stallone is one.
Yeah.
Look at Stallone. He just came out with a whole ass series that just signed on for another one, bro. They're expecting him to be alive for some more years, bro.
Tulsa King. And he's a gangster in that movie. They call him the General. He just fucks people up.
At 75.
Yeah.
That's hard, bro.
And the chick that he's screwing on the show, yeah, she's way younger than 75. I think she got all drunk or something, and then they like went back to his hotel, and she didn't ask him anything until after. I think she came down a little bit, took a shower, got her robe on. She was like, "How old are you?" It's like, 75. She's like, "Oh, fucking out of here." She like felt so embarrassed. Like,
He
oh,
was in there thinking about it. Like, damn it. He's like, you're like, she couldn't even say grandpa. She was like, you're not old enough to be my great grandpa.
she was like somewhere. She's either in her late 30s or early 40s somewhere. I would assume. I'm assuming somewhere in the 30s.
You know what's funny about that situation too, though, is that because it's like, nobody was saying that about crusty ass, dusty ass, wrinkled ass Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner had like 8 bitches with him. They was all proud and shit. It's because he was rich, right?
Well, I mean,
if she knew he was the Tulsa King.
There was a lot of people saying stuff about it. I don't remember who it was, but he was like, you know why? Damn it, what the fuck's his name? Why can't I think of it? Hugh Hefner, yeah. You know why Hugh Hefner had 8 girlfriends? Why? Because he's gonna fuck one of them, and all other 7 have to move him around. They have to do the
like a puppeteer. That's some pimp shit. You know what I mean? I bet you every time on TV, I gotta go watch some old footage because now I bet you we'll see the strings. The whole time for many years. He was able-bodied.
Yeah,
he was just so pimping. She was like, I'm not gonna move my own movements anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now this group of chicks do it.
I'm such a boss.
And Crispy said gold diggers. Man, but those old men like that, they love them. They love them because all they want is someone to cater to their ego and have sex with them a lot. That's it.
Man, that's really all men want.
Yeah. So funny. Who was? Oh, I think that was also from Eddie Murphy. It's like, yeah, you ever see where it's like a good-looking guy and like an ugly girl, and he's like, how'd that happen? And then even the guy is like, yeah, how'd that happen? It's like she catered to his ego. So funny because it's so true.
I mean, if you were like really into like natural selection, right? So you'd be like, okay, I want to have a son. I want him to really, really be masculine. So to make sure, I gotta find a masculine looking woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boom. See, I'm glad I don't think like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that was LeVar Ball, right?
Yeah, LeVar, exactly. He was like,
I gotta find a chick.
She's gotta be built like a stallion.
She's gotta be like 6'5", 300 pounds. I gotta see her daddy, and he's like a 7-foot tall giant.
This bitch been riding roller coasters since she was 2 years old. The bitch is a giant. Oh shit.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
He had to make sure the mother of his children was a C-section baby. You know what I mean? He's big from the jump.
Just that huge.
That's a big bitch. Where was that from?
From Deuce Bigelow, Male Jingle. Couldn't even see her face. It was so off.
That's a big bitch. That's exactly. There it is. How old are LeVar Ball's kids?
How old are they?
Yeah.
I mean, in the 20s.
I bet you that's their mom.
It has
LeVar Ball was in the movie theater watching that shit. He's like, oh, that's baby mama's right there.
Get her. I'm gonna go.
I need the giant bitch.
LaMelo's 21.
Okay. Yeah. See,
I think the timeline adds up.
Yeah,
timeline adds up.
He saw Deuce Bigelow. He went and tracked down that big ass bitch.
Yeastman in the building. He said Adams won't finish as a top 10 wide receiver. Well, I've already been on this train that I'm down.
Did this guy like he read something somewhere and he thought he was gonna like take that somewhere that like it wasn't like a super oversaturated popular opinion already?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go bold and say Devontae Adams will still be a top 8 receiver even with Jimmy because of target market share. Bang!
I bet he'll be somewhere in the top 12. But
Yeah, I know. But like I said, I said bold.
But I'm not banking on
I
him.
said bold.
I'm not banking on him or buying out of his ceiling though, because of it. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny too because it's like when people make these blanket statements and he doesn't even have any logic attached to it. It's just like this proclamation that he expects, like so it's supposed to amaze people.
It's funny, and he's remembered by everyone on the show because One Nation comes in right after he puts his comment, and he puts Eastman. Fucking crispy. He said Chuck Norris makes onions cry. And Marco, he said, a masculine looking woman. Try a former Italian tennis player. What is this? Frances Chivion said she's a mix between Max Klinger and and a mashup of Danny Trejo.
Damn, bro, that's a crazy jaw on that bitch.
Let me.
That's a real masculine jaw, I'm sure.
Let me pull it up here. Oh, no way.
She's the only bitch that fucks missionary, right? But she's on top. And you got your legs like this. Damn, that's a big bitch.
That's a huge
That's
bitch.
an ugly bitch. Actually, no man, I don't know her.
Here goes Marco. This one's for you. This is Marco. This is Marco's lady over here. Hold on.
Where you say she's French?
No, her name's Frances. She's a former Italian tennis player. Here we go. Hold on. Here it comes. Just for Marco. There we go.
Marco knew right out the gate. I know ugly bitch. I know a real masculine one.
Yeah, because I mean, you look and I mean, you can't like you look and I mean, it's almost like Miss Swan. She looked like a man.
You know what's crazy is I mean, like, just in case, because I don't know if she's trans or not. You know what I mean? We're just joking. Okay.
And what up, Jerry? He said Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo came out in 1999. I mean, that's crazy, right? 24 years ago.
Shout out to my cousin, bro, Rob Schneider, bro. He's half Filipino.
It's so funny. That crazy he bitch, Deuce Bigelow.
And I like it because his motherfucker was pimping on him. He was
You're gonna get out there and work that mangina.
It's like he wasn't even sleeping with him. God damn, you good. It's my best bitch.
Man, remember when he was in the hot tub and he kept dropping shit out of the sandwich, but he had to keep picking it up and eating it in a wet ass freaking tomato.
He was just a nice guy. Hey, that shit was funny though. He was like, "Why are you fucking with this guy's shit anyway?"
I can't remember the big black chick. He was like, I think there's been a mistake. Ooh, did you say steak? No, mistake. Oh, now you done got me all excited.
Deep steak?
Oh man.
Listen.
That's funny. They couldn't even take him down because he wasn't having sex for money.
Ah, man. He was just listening in. You know what I mean?
Great company. Great company.
And then the one normal, quote unquote, normal one, and she had the fucked up leg or whatever. Hey, why is the 90s so? Hey, none of this shit would fly these days, man.
That shit was pretty extra. He's kissing.
There'll be a one-legged person out there talking about this is one-leg shaming. You know what I mean? There'll be Carmel, the mellow Mrs. Ball. She'll come out talking about they're big bitch shaming. That's a big bitch. Oh, that part was stupid, man.
Yeah, that movie's just crazy all around. It's that movie's ridiculous. I mean,
then you had
funny.
You had the fake Rico Suave dude.
Yeah, the one who actually. Yeah. Yeah. Women pay me for pleasure.
And he still didn't get it.
What?
He's a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. Well, except when it came to
he fucked his whole shit up though.
Yeah, he was a dumbass, except when it came to the chick who was selling them the fish or whatever. Can we get the ones at the bottom of the tank, please?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's classic. That's a classic movie. Oh, you know what classic movie we're breaking down this week? Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Got a couple days to watch it. I recommend watching it. In the meantime, it's such a good movie. And it's you can actually watch it on YouTube, free with ads.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that shit.
it's a classic.
I haven't seen that shit since I was a wee type, bruh. When that shit come out, 91 too?
Yeah, 91.
Yeah.
I've watched this movie a bunch. This is one of those I like Bogus Journey better than Incredible Adventure. I
think I just remember Incredible Adventure. So I'm actually excited to see this. It's gonna be like it's just like remember Surf Ninjas? I remember that shit. But I ain't seen it since I was a kid. So when we rewatched it, I was like, man, that shit was tight.
Yeah.
Even when they broke out in the song, that shit was still funny to me.
I mean, it's funny. Corey from Big Dumb Movie, he's the one who told me the song.
Yeah.
It was so it's who is it? It's Kiss, right? Yeah, it's Kiss who does that song at the end.
Kiss did the song.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah, God Gave Rock and Roll to You. It's a classic, man. We're gonna put this on now. We'll end the show on this note.
Oh, you mean the song when they were rolling the creds?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant the song they were singing at the end. I was like, what?
Well, no, that's the same exact song though.
Oh shit! Okay, shit.
They're singing the song and then it rolls.
Oh, they changed the words around. Yeah.
No.
It's a cover for real.
Yeah, I mean they're not. They're not really playing the.
We've been to the past. We've been to the future. We've been all around the afterlife. And you know, Ted.
Oh,
best place to be.
I thought you were talking about in Surf Ninjas, bro.
Oh no, not Surf Ninjas.
It's here. The best time to be.
Yeah.
Nah. And all we can say is,
let's
rock! 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shocked the world when they did this. The Reaper was so shocked when they heard that.
I mean, he really shreds though.
Yeah, the cars go wild.
Hey, their version's hella tight.
And Johnny said, Bogus Journey is so good. Station.
What happened?
Station. That's what he said.
Oh, nice.
That's the smartest scientist in the world. And he's like, oh, we got to find a station. And they see him, and he's like some Martian-looking dude. And dude was like, the Reaper was like, did you think that the smartest scientist came from Earth? Like, well, yeah. And they're playing charades, and Albert Einstein solves the charades.
Of course he does.
So classic. So classic.
The Germans are the ones that's online with the aliens, bruh. I'm trying to tell you.
You know who was? You know what the best heaven scene though was? It was in Harold and Kumar, the second one. Or wait, is it the second one? No, it's the third one where they explain it. So Neil Patrick Harris dies in the second one, right? But he comes back in the third one because he goes into heaven, and heaven is like a club. So he goes in there, gets the drink and everything, and Jesus comes up to say what up to Neil Patrick Harris, and Neil Patrick Harris starts hitting on the chicks that Jesus is with. Then he takes all of Jesus's chicks, and that's why he gets sent back to Earth.
That's funny. And
Tino said this dude shreds. Who? What? Let's see. What is this? Oh shit! The Van Halen eruption guitar solo. Whoa. Let's see. Did you know that it was Eddie Van Halen who was in Michael Jackson's "Beat It" song, and that's the reason why it. That's him. Yeah, that's why it started, and the solo, obviously. But that's how.
Oh yeah, in the video, it is him.
Yeah. Well, he's not in the video, but it's like when the gang fight is going on. That's when.
Okay, he's in the video. Okay,
that's when the guitar solo kicks in.
Yes, I've heard something like this before.
Yeah. And what up, Dennis? Had ever seen Weird Science? It's been a long time.
Oh yeah.
I referenced it from Dogma, where he's like, "Oh, this babe wants to take her gear off, but oh no, she don't, because it's a PG movie."
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Eddie Van Halen's a beat.
Now comes my favorite part of the show. It's my favorite.
Tina said, "Notice he throws cigarettes in the crowd. What the hell?"
And I have no better time anytime than right now, because I get to go sit down, have myself a nice cold one, and listen to the greatest rock and roll guitar player in the world, Mr. Eddie Van Halen.
I love how he just throws that farajo in the motherfucking crowd. Like, I'm a boss. Fuck it.
God, Johnny, Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey is the bandit. Albert Einstein was on it.
Oh shit! I'm excited to watch. I'm excited it's on YouTube. I have to search far and wide for this thing.
That is one of the cool things about Excellent Adventure is, just all the characters that they like,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because they bring back Einstein, obviously.
No, well, not in that one. They bring Genghis Khan, Joan of Arc.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Einstein wasn't in the first one. That's right.
Yeah. What up, James? Let's look it up. I hope y'all having a good afternoon. Yes, sir.
Yeah, likewise, James.
We'll get out of here soon, but we're going to check out this Eddie Van Halen guitar solo. And Tino said this is the song that plays every time I take an atheist room and fight the devil.
Nice.
All right. Now we got some backstory on it.
Ready? Okay. Oh, she been napping. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, what the hell? He's got the cigarette on the guitar.
So the baby's taking a nap. We can still rap.
Okay.
I got one for you after this one. One of the ones, those ate the shroom ones that I throw on, like my birthday twin.
Oh, there goes. Is that one of the cigarettes out there? Man, those fingers just moving so fast. Don't forget, guys, we got the box break tonight. Tell me if you want to lock in any of the squads. Cardinals, Bears, Texans, Colts, Chargers, Rams, Giants, Eagles, Bucks, and Titans. Let me know if you want to lock in any of the squads. $10 a piece. Box break going down tonight at 420.
I think 7 best balls.
Yeah.
And I bought one Niners on one of the earlier box breaks, one of the $10 ones, and then I got one of the $10 ones for Titans one time.
Yeah.
So to make it the even mill, I'll take what else. What's available? What year's the box break today?
So 2 of the boxes are from 2022, and then there's a 2021 Chronicles Draft Picks edition. So it's like this is like a lot, all in the 2021 draft class from one of the boxes.
What teams is available?
Cardinals, Bears, Texans, Colts, Chargers, Rams, Giants, Eagles, Bucks, Titans.
Maybe I'll get the Chargers. Give me the goddamn Chargers.
All right. Yeah.
I was thinking about the Colts, but it's like, man, I'm really only doing it to try to get a Richardson card. But it's like, let me go with some Chargers. I'll probably just go home with whatever cards I have too when I see you in August.
Okay. Just keep them instead of sending them.
Yeah.
Okay. And James said this is magical. Hell yeah, man. Man, those fingers are just moving so damn fast.
Do you remember the guitarist from Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah.
He used to turn his back on the crowd so no one would see him do the fly shit he does.
Right, because he didn't want nobody to see how he's moving his fingers.
Any good guitarist would see it and be like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
They'll hear it on the record and be like, how the fuck? You know what I mean?
Well, because I told you about one of the craziest stories with the Michael Jackson documentary where their drummer, he comes in. It was from a friend of a friend, and he was like, well, tell them if they ever need a drummer. I'll come audition. I'll show them what's up. And he comes in, and he's playing one of the songs. And they said they were talking while he's doing it. He's like, I thought I was messing up. And they were like, how'd you learn how to play that? And he was like, I just played it a million times. And he was like, no, they were like, no one can play it. It's a 3-part overdub. Nobody can play that. They were like, you're our drummer.
You know what's so crazy is there's hella crazy stories like that when it comes to musicians, right? Like one of the early guitarists for
dang it.
They got you?
Yeah.
It's Van Halen.
Yeah. We had it going for a while.
Damn, what was that band? What's the name of Ozzy Osbourne's band? Hold on, don't Iron Maiden. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Iron Maiden? No, it wasn't Iron Maiden. It was. Oh, good thing I'm not on a trivia show right now.
Black Sabbath. There we
Black
go.
Sabbath.
Yeah, it was on the tip of my tongue too.
I knew it was something descriptive in it.
Yeah,
right? Like Iron Maiden.
One Nation said Yeast Man is back at it again.
Yeast Man's like, no, how dare you play this Van Halen? You're not allowed to do it.
Yeah, that was pretty badass though.
Yeah, that was dope as fuck. I didn't know fucking he was that dope. The record was super dope. Because they were very everything eccentric. You know what I mean? They had the keyboardist would go crazy. They had the keyboard solo, the guitar solo, the drum solo. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like Van Halen was dope. That song Jump. So at the theme parks, right? Like I don't know if they had one at Six Flags, but at Great America, they had one where you can make a music video.
Okay.
And then they'll put it on VHS for you when you choose the song, and it already has like it already has a template cut out.
Okay, right. So
cameras everywhere. And then
it's like it just puts you in front of green screen like type shit.
The whole room is.
Yeah.
They have a drum set and they have all these instruments, and you just get them and you just jam. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we used to do one like every time we went, bruh.
Make videos.
Right? And it's funny because like my man still got one of them, bruh.
There we go. We're back. We're back.
Yeah.
They can't stop us. They can't stop us.
Only my daughter could stop me.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here pretty soon.
No, she's taking a nap. We're good. But also because I was gonna run the errands, but now my daughter's going with my girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My oldest.
All right. So Bogey took the Chargers. Bakes a lot is taking the Eagles. He said. So let me get this updated here.
So
We got
the
only
Jay Carters.
only.
He's looking for the Sydney Browns.
What?
He's looking for the AJ Browns.
What?
But he's AJ Browns.
What?
Not the Marquise Brown.
What?
Not John Brown.
What?
Browns.
What?
AJ Brown.
What?
He's looking for the Slim Reaper.
What?
Not the Grim Reaper.
What?
Not our man Steven Titans for life.
What?
He's looking for Devontae Smith.
What?
He's looking for Jay. Who was that screaming?
Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that my house? Was I got the monitor? I got the monitor.
No, that was Stephanie McMahon. It's on the back. It's on the last.
Well, I knew it. So I definitely was right. It was like a screaming child.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen. She had enough of the whats. She could not handle it anymore.
Hey, okay, I gotta get a wet shirt. I'm sure I can get one on Amazon somewhere.
Should we get the list of what you have to get when you go to the liquor store?
Yeah. Yeah, let me make sure I get this list correct.
Went to the liquor store. I loaded up with alcohol, more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
See, it's that one bottle of tequila though that really puts him over. You know what I mean? That's why he only gets the one bottle of tequila.
Yeah.
2 of everything else. Just the one tequila.
Hell yeah.
With 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita, and a Bloody Mary.
He's an alcoholic.
Yeah. Everybody loves it.
He's the type of dude that would like want to get in the barroom brawl, huh?
Yeah.
He comes in wearing the vest, no shirt under it already, gold chain.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let me get a couple Steve Weisers.
Oh man.
They had to call him Steve Weisers because Budweiser would not give him any money.
Oh yeah. Hell
Isn't
yeah.
that funny because we're in the past 20 years now. If you don't gotta be, it don't matter what you are, as long as you have some kind of notoriety, they want you to sponsor it.
Yeah.
And like, I remember one time I saw a Heineken commercial. It was Nas. I was like, they got Nas to Heineken shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm even to the point.
I mean, when rappers started coming out with shoes, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, if you're, Ken Griffey Jr., he had baseball shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Now you can be Kanye. I got Yeezys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jumpman. What the fuck?
It's even at the point now. People got to pay us to talk about it, right? Like, I mean, of course we talk about like
give me money.
Of course we talk about stuff that we like. But if you actually are an official sponsor and we like you, I mean, come on, man. We're talking about your shit all day, every day. It's just a difference.
Yeah, I don't like too many people. I'll tell you that much. I love our community.
And Marco said, don't have any problems with alcohol, only without.
And that reminds me of my uncle. He used to always say, hey, everybody, don't drink and drive. You'll spill it. It wasn't even that funny, but it's just because like he's drunk when he's saying it.
Yeah.
And he's about to jump behind the wheel, you know what I mean? With a drink in his hand.
I mean, there's some savages, man. I remember when
back in the days, though, you know what I mean?
When I worked at Vaughn's.
Motherfuckers would just drive slow. Like if you just like, okay, I don't know how it was for you and your fam though, right? But like we all lived in the same neighborhood, bro. You know what I mean? Like there's a gang. Well, you know, I've said this before. My mom's side got she got 7 brothers, 7 sisters. You know what I'm saying? There's 14 of them total. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were all, and most of us was in San Jose. They got various ones that married and ended up settling like somewhere else in the Bay, but like for the most part, we was all in San Jose. So it's like you just be dummy faded and you just cruise home hella slow.
Tino said you're never gonna learn how to drink and drive if you don't practice.
I mean, just saying though.
There was this old ass dude. I remember when I worked at Vaughn's, it was like these someone was getting like some Gold Schlick vodka or like whatever that shit is called, the shit with like the gold flakes or whatever.
Yeah, the little bitch drinks.
Yeah, and I remember the guy was like, man, he was like, that stuff's dangerous. He was like, it needs to come with like its own roll of duct tape. And we're all confused. We're like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, so like, when you're driving later, you can like duct tape your hands to the steering wheel, just so you can make it home.
Here's the thing though. How do you successfully duct tape both?
I wasn't trying to get into his head. I really wasn't.
Yeah, she's right there. I will say this though. When it comes, oh shit, I had my thing low the whole time. Oh, not the whole time. I forgot to load it when I opened the garage. But yeah, this what's the name of that motherfucker? We were just talking about him right now. The duct tape. Oh no, my bad. The Gold Schlick vodka. Where's that from? Oh, the Superbad. There you go.
It was in Superbad also. Yeah.
There you go. That movie was funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's still a movie of the era. It's still like kids have cell phones, but it's still pre-social media, even though they reference MySpace.
It's only flip phones then.
Yeah, but they do reference like MySpace. But like, yeah, there's no smartphones. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. That's what I was supposed to say. When did the smartphones come out? 2008?
Well, I mean, kind of.
Yeah, the iPhone came out 2008, right?
Yeah.
And the Android came out same year?
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny.
I think I had a BlackBerry until like 2009.
And it wasn't even called the Android. It was.
Yeah, it did. I had a BlackBerry. We all had BlackBerries, man.
It was the Droid.
I had a BlackBerry too. Hello.
It was
BBMs.
It was the Droid. And I remember
I have a BlackBerry. What the fuck, bitch?
The commercial. That they dropped, it was like, it's coming, and it was just like something beeping, and it almost looked like the Terminator, and it was like the Droid, and they didn't show it. They didn't even say like it was. I think they said Motorola, and that was about it. But they teased it for like so long. Ha! Look at Banks. He hit us with a quote from Superbad. It's you, McMuffin.
Oh shit! Hey, McLovin is that whole movie, bro.
Such an idiot, man.
He did everything.
You could put any name
fun of him for having lube.
You could put any name on there, and you put McLovin.
He's like, what do you say? He's like, oh, what do you say about the R&B singers? Like, what do you seal?
Yeah.
He's like, only R&B singers have one word names.
He was like, well, yeah.
You're gonna fill the whole thing with carbon monoxide or what? Okay. Yeah, so you are just filling it with carbon dioxide. Okay. I fall asleep on here. Just give me a wellness check. Leave the garage open.
Bakes, take that vest off. You look like Aladdin. I'm just so nervous. Like, I gotta wear the vest.
Hey, look, you can't say it now, but listen, bro, they used to call him Faggle.
Yeah.
Instead of Fogel. It's not even a clever nickname to make fun of his name. It's just funny.
I mean, that's what's crazy is like there's just so much shit talk in the movies compared to now. Like, it's funny, like 21 Jump Street, I felt like that movie was so funny because it was like the guys from our generation going to school with the guys from this generation. And it's like there's this whole clash. And like even when he shows up in their car, he's like, damn, man, what do you get in that car? Like 10 miles to the gallon? And he's like, try 5, bro. And he was like, "Oh, you really think that's cool? It's just like polluting the earth like that." It's like, man, come on, man. I don't give a shit about nothing. He's like, "Oh, you don't give a shit about nothing, huh?" And then like the black guy comes up and he punches him. And he's like, he starts talking shit. He's like, "Oh man, quit crying like you gay or something." He's like, "What? You hit me because I'm gay?" It's like, "No, I didn't punch you because you're gay.
Like, damn,
I just punched you, and then you just happen to be gay."
Isn't that crazy? What year would that first one come out?
Let me see.
I know I had a child already because I remember watching that shit
2012.
2012. Yeah,
11 years ago.
yeah. My girl was pregnant with our second one when we were watching it.
Okay.
And I remember I was like, I know we had a kid, and it was, but that shit was hella funny to me though, because it was like, damn, bro, that's the world that. Remember, it was already going into the Facebook era of that shit, and Instagram and Twitter and all the fucking online aid and.
Even the one member, he was like, "Got a one strap it, bro. Just throw the one strap on the backpack." And then Jonah Hill gets out. No one's one strapping it. No, he's like, do not abandon it. He's like, "I'm gonna abandon it." Throwing it on.
That is stupid though, because it's like, I mean, if it's like, would you see me? I had a different mindset. I didn't like blending in.
Yeah.
I'm stand out like a motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Man, we had high school was funny. I remember people that I've run into people like years later that you haven't seen since high school, and they're like, "Oh my god, man, I miss high school." I'm like, "You miss high school, man?"
Yeah.
Like 4 years of like you can't do anything like you know what I mean? Like you just wait until you get older, like to do something really fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We were getting money, we were doing stupid shit with money. You know what I mean? We weren't doing nothing fly yet. You know what I mean? We were like buying clothes and shit. That was cool, and like jewelry and shit, like, you know what I mean? A little stupid jewelry. But like, you know what I mean? We were doing stupid shit, man.
Yeah, like in Dazed and Confused. If I start referring to these as the best years of my life, please kill me.
That shit is funny.
Like the best part about high school is a lot of times just not really having any responsibilities, but like, I don't know. Outside of that, you can't do everything that you really want when you're a teenager anyway.
When I knew I wasn't gonna graduate like on time with everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I was about, I just turned 18, you know what I'm saying, at the end of November. So that's like the middle of the year in California, like fall starting years, right? Or what do they have, those two semesters?
Yeah.
So it's like the end of the first semester. I turned 18. I was like, so I could take this equivalency test? They're like, yeah, it's like a 2-week like a class. And I'm like, oh, that's it? And he's like, yep. Because you know what I mean? I was like, fuck you, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? And then my dad, he was just like, well, you got to get a job then. I was like, cool. You know what I mean? I'm moving tree already on the side. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just having money. You know what I mean? And my dad actually didn't talk to me like a kid anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, here's a piece of paper. It says boom. It says it's the same thing as graduating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
and all that did was so you could check a box that says you have a diploma or the equivalency or whatever the fuck whenever you're applying for shit. You know what I'm saying? I always have my own job, running studios.
I know you have to you're supposed to be honest on all of those things, but no one ever checks any of those things. Like, I mean, if someone put you have a bachelor's degree.
You know what's funny is my girl is funny because she is so afraid to lie on any of them things.
Yeah. Because they're going to go down a rabbit hole and find out if you really graduated from some college in some year, had some title, or got paid some certain amount, or whatever.
You show up to the first day of work, you love it. You're doing training, and then they go, oh, wait a second. You can't go any further from this point on. Unfortunately, you didn't graduate high school. You know what I mean? But somehow you got into nursing school or whatever it is, whatever the fuck job it is now. They qualify you there to begin with.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, you know what is dope though is like the homies, like one of my cousins, even 25 years old. He's 3 years younger than me. So when he was 25, he was like, yeah, I'm going to the military. I was like, what? You about to have like a 19-year-old yelling in your face and shit? And he was like, well, he's like, I'm doing the reserves. He's like, they're gonna pay for my nursing schools. I want to be an RN. He's like, 2 years, I'm an RN. And he's like, for a week, I'll go to Austin, Texas, like once, you know what I mean?
Have you seen the movie In the Army Now? I know it seems easy, But trust me, just go watch the movie with Pauly Shore and Andy Dick. They have the whole speech. 1 weekend a month, 4 weeks a year, or something. We are the Army Reserve.
Hey, my cousin loved that shit though, bro. He was like, Austin's lit, bro. I was like, word.
I mean, that's
Hell
probably
yeah.
the best place you can go for anyone under 30 in Texas, right? Just get around.
And my cousin, he's Filipino, but he's like me. We're hella mestizo. Like, it's funny, like he looks like Drake.
Okay.
I don't think Drake is particularly a good looking dude, but like bitches love my cousin. They're like, oh, he looks like Drake. We have to be laughing. Hey, every time he shows up to the party, ladies and gentlemen, Drizzy Drake.
See, look, Crispy comes from the old school. He said, I dropped out and started tearing roofs off at the age of 13. He said,
Yeah, you got to learn to trade, right?
Yeah.
I mean, see, at the age of 13, I mean, you know, it's funny to say, how old are you, kid? Old enough. All right, you're good. Let's go. Let's go to work.
I mean, Crispy's probably one of those guys who could pass for an 18-year-old.
He was buying booze at the age of 7. He had a mustache, full on beard. He was riding roller coasters, smoking cigs, drinking booze. He was divorced twice over by the time he was 13. He's like, you know what? Time to get my life together and learn to trade. I'm learning to trade, going into roofing.
It's wild, man.
Turn my life around.
It's a wild time, right? And like, how old's like your daughter, like the oldest one?
She about to turn 16. So my daughter today, she turned 10. You know, say about
like that's wild, right? Because I mean, I know that you know some people who probably have a similar story to Crispy. You know, they drop out hella early and just go start working, and like, yeah, no way.
My cousin Chanel, she's a couple years younger than me, and they always say that she's the girl me. You know what I mean? Like in the fam, because she hella loud and she be snapping on everybody and shit. You know what I mean? And capping and shit. But like, and Chanel, you know what I'm saying? She's man, she's a rich bitch, bro. For lack of a better term, you know what I mean? And she had a kid earlier than me, like 2 years earlier than me. So I mean, fucked up whatever plan she had at the time. She started working in department stores, but then she started. And look at this though. But then she started working for goddamn fucking Neiman Marcus, and then she becomes like a department manager. Then they fly her out to Texas, and she's working for Gucci, and then she comes back to the Bay. So now she's running at Saint Laurent, and they're like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And
it's like, well, wherever she's at, it's like, yo, with the discount. You feel me? It's like 60% off, bro. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, Crispy, hey, look at this. Okay, look at this. You could probably even Google this. During 2020 or 21, I can't remember which year, but it was definitely quarantine when they were already opening shit back up in the Bay. There's a mall. It's called the Westfield Valley Fair Mall. Right, Westfield Valley Fair Mall. So this mall, it's the uppity mall. It's the bougie shit. You know what I mean? Gucci, Louis, Saint Laurent, all this shit. You know what I mean? Big ass mall too. Fucking fly as fuck. You know what I mean? We've been popping tags at this motherfucker forever. You know what I mean? Like this is where they got the Nordstroms. Like, see, you know, when you're a young player, you graduate from Macy's to Nordstroms. Then you straight now we ain't going to Nordstroms. We're going straight to the source. Now we go to Gucci or Louis or whatever. They got all the shit there. So my cousin, she was running the Saint Laurent over there. You know what I mean? She making like 6 figures, just running the store type of shit. Then there's somebody, they come in there for a smash and grab, bruh. And they push her to the ground, right? And there's hella motherfuckers in there grabbing hella shit. They push her to the ground. And when she hits the ground, it busts her knee. She tears her ACL, busts her whole knee up.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but they paid her a guap. She just keeps getting richer, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, cuz, let me hold something. It's tight too, because every time she gives my kids gifts, it's always fly shit. You know what I mean? Wherever she's working at, you feel me? Give my kids, I wouldn't buy my kids no designer shit. You know what I'm saying? You can get my kids designer shit though. Shit.
Yeah. Welcome, Noble. All right.
You got the Robux or what?
No, you just said now because we got the new phones, but we didn't trade in the old ones.
Yeah, so he got that. Yeah, he got his own joint.
Well, no, I mean, he thought he did. He's like, oh, this is my phone now. I was like, nope. I was like, you can use it when
you just got mad access to it.
Yeah, now I could use it a lot more. Because, yeah, it's still going to get used for...
you still got to sign out for it.
Because, yeah, it's still going to get used for, you know, doing the videos and stuff. We're gonna see today with we're gonna try it with
am I saying that right? Saint Laurent? I don't shop at this place though. This sounds wrong. Saint YSL? Is that the same thing?
I can't remember. I mean, sounded right to me. I mean, not a place that I've been, but it sounded about right.
Sounds expensive though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one time my girl's like, "Oh, give me a bag from Saint Laurent." I was like, "Oh, okay." I started looking at it. She's like, Chanel got 60%. She sends me like the ones that she wants.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that shit is still like 6,600.
Yeah.
Like even with her discount, I'm like, no, I'm good off that. I'm all the way good off that.
Yeah.
Now, back in the days though, that used to be like the cheat code. Like,
yeah.
Like, hey, babe, I'm going to Vegas. No, you're not. The hell I am. You don't want me to come back with a bag for you. Okay.
All right. Twisted my arm.
It's like, you better FaceTime me when you're there.
Yes,
Yeah, of course. I'm not going to get the wrong one.
Yeah.
Or unless I'll be like, oh, this is the wrong one. I got to go back, maybe. You know what's fucked up about Vegas is that the homies was always slipping. Like, these motherfuckers are sloppy as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just go and have some fun, man. Motherfuckers is trying to take Vegas home and shit. Hey, bro, I'm going back, bro. Oh, word? Yeah, let's go, bro. Yeah. Yeah, but don't say I'm there, though. My girl thinks I'm going on a business trip. Dang, you're crazy, bro. You know what's crazy nowadays? Is see, I'll do whatever I want because I'm not lying. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know why? Because the moment I got that iPhone, you know what I'm saying? So how long have I been an iPhone guy? I don't know, 2014.
Okay.
Because I didn't like having a FaceTime. I didn't want you to be able, and more importantly, I didn't want you to be able to track me. Because if you were like to say, like, oh no, I'm turning that shit off. Why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the moment you have the iPhone, because not only like if you know, especially when I was like a multi-phone having motherfucker for hella years, you know what I mean? You lose a phone, you gotta track that motherfucker. Shit, I need that phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also be like, my girl, like, where you at? She always question me, like, but you know where I'm at.
Yeah, you just can't
track
lose
me.
The phones. There is no losing the phones. They're just way too important back then.
Fuck
Everything's
no.
not backed up.
Fuck no, it's not, bruh. And you know why? Because I ain't even backing that shit up. I'm already annoyed like, oh, there's an iCloud. That's the feds. I was like, iCloud, that's the feds, bruh. Back all my shit up, man. Fuck that shit. But fucking, I do 3 numbers by heart. You feel me?
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. I'm about to smoke another bowl of this this sour diesel, this Tyson 2.0 sour diesel.
Okay, I gotta ask you now.
Yeah.
After a couple of days, I was waiting for a couple of days of this. You getting hella high, you know, boom, hitting them with uppercuts, knockouts, all kind of sour D's action. You know what I'm saying? What was the other one you got from there?
Sour diesel, uppercut, knockout OG, and the toad.
And the toad. Okay. Who's winning this thing, bro? Let's rank them.
I think it really is the toad that's on top, but I'm putting that in the knockout. Like those are the upper echelon ones. The sour diesel's good. The uppercut's really good. I mean, they're both super tasty, but the toad it's on a different level. And that knockout OG, I mean,
is any of them over 30?
No.
Okay, but it doesn't. But that still doesn't mean it's not fire. I mean, like 20, it's like 25, 22, 23 and up is fire.
Yeah, I mean, really, if it's over 20, like that's one of these things that
I love Bubba Kush. Like I'm this one joint where I always just snatch up all their pre-rolls that are about to expire or not expire, but the shelf life or whatever, the DC date or whatever.
Right.
I would fucking snatch up all, and it was always these Bubba Kush cones, and Bubba Kush is fire, bro. Brings me back to like, you know, like 12, 13 years ago type of shit. But like it was 18%ers, but super stony. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, because that's one of the things that I've been learning like more and more, you know, fucking with just guys like Redwood and, you know, just like Hess, you know, just being around all these events. It's nice having a 30+%, you know, THC, but that's only one component. And like, what if the weed is like, doesn't taste good or like doesn't really look that good? Like I've seen some 30-something% that like doesn't really look that good. It doesn't taste that good, but you can get
cookies.
Like, the knockout is like 27, you know, 27%, but it's got all these terpene profiles, you know, and shit looks good. It smells good. The taste is just like crazy on point.
It tastes like science.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the terpenes are like more important than the THC. I feel now, because everything over 20% is like fire, anyways. Like, I mean, THC wise, it's like it's the other components that have got to match up to make it like some premier bud.
That's funny because the Bubba Kush cones, though, I would smoke them like appetizers. You know what I mean?
Right.
You because then you know what I'm saying. Then you pull on some like something real strong, like you know what I mean. Like I remember I was fucking with this 808 glue.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was like 30 something, 32 or whatever. And then I you know, we'd be doing those shows. You know what I'm saying? And the 808 glue, I would have hell of those packwoods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I'd smoke like the Bubba Kish cone and then I'd hit that packwood. It'd be just be like, wow, yeah, that's better weed. You know what I mean? Like, it was basically double the THC count, but like, you know, but it had all the, you know, like you said, it had all the terpene profiles, you know what I mean? And just,
yeah,
delicious.
Yeah, because like, even when I was at Planet 13, I'm going to be posting some of those videos. I'm kind of editing them up right now. I'm not giving you the phone. Okay.
Young Noble.
On the show, bro. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, what the heck, an X-ray?
Yes.
You found an X-ray app?
Yes. Troll people.
You're using it to troll people. You're goofy.
Show them what's in
This is what Noble found. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, the terpene profiles. Like when I went to Planet 13. Oh, let's see. Can you do it? Does it work? That's I don't think it is, but that's funny. It's I don't think it's not really giving you an X-ray. There's no way it could be. It's just like showing you different X-rays that they have like in there, like the picture saved. It was like an X-ray with like a bullet inside.
So
he was like, I don't know if that's
listen, bro. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We've been through some wars. You know what I mean?
That's funny. And damn, what the hell was I going to say? Oh yeah, when I was at Planet 13, I'm going to be editing up some of those videos, trying to throw them on YouTube just so people could kind of see what's up, because it was pretty cool. You know, I mean, I've been there once before, and but you could just tell, I mean, the difference between like the Tyson, the Willie Nelson, like some of that kind of stuff compared to like, you know, their bottom tier like stuff, their 40 something and eighth, you know, stuff. I mean, that stuff just wasn't looking too good. Like the THC wasn't even really at 20%. A lot of them were under, you know, 20%. Barely any terpenes, you know, like involved.
Super earthy smelling and tasting.
Well, I mean, you can't even smell it, but that's what I assume.
Gross.
If there's no terps, that's just what I assume. It's like we're really smoking the grass here.
Grass, man.
Trying to smoke the ganja.
You got to take the R out of that, and that's what I'm smoking.
Yeah, we need only the gas.
The gas, man.
Here.
So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Well, yeah, but I was super impressed with the.
How impressed were you?
So Planet 13, like legit, like I just gotta say that is, I feel like, the best dispensaries for the strip. And the best dispensaries for the tourists, and the best dispensary for locals. Because, like, unless it's something on the strip, they don't even have locals deals. Because, you know, no, like, everybody who's a local is going to those other ones outside the strip. So, like, it's crazy because, like, so off that's Medizin, that's another dispensary. They have the Tyson 2.0 for $40 an eighth in there. But they don't.
Do they sell smalls also of like the brands? No, okay.
No, I mean they do, but they just mix it in, like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because like Redwood packages all this shit up for them, so you know they're just mixing it in throughout, you know, however many of the eighths, you know, they give them. But so
smart.
It's $75 an eighth on the strip for this Tyson 2.0, right? $40 an eighth off the strip at the one spot that I know that has it. But the spot off the strip where it's $40, there's no breaks. It's $40 an eighth all the way up. At Planet 13, if you're local, you can get a half ounce for $120. All four included could be the $75 strains.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking epic,
Yeah.
right? And
In the Bay, the way all the clubs work, or the dispensaries, excuse me, the way all the dispensaries work, it's like, you know what I'm saying, when you sign up, that they just fucking bombard that email every day, or
yeah,
and your phone number just texting you all the specials of the day, because they have specials every day.
right.
Like it'll be like, come in today and get an ounce for $99 of an assorted ounce of Pacific Stone or
Yeah.
this, whatever brand of that day. You know
Never
what I
trying
mean?
to get rid of. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
And
mean?
Chris said I need a Nevada zip code. You got to have it's got to be a valid ID from somewhere, and then like some kind of water bill, electricity bill, something.
Or you just gotta be like, look, motherfucker, give me that shit.
Yeah, a little bit different with a guy like you, Crispy.
Well, okay, yeah, anything you want, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
was
From
the
Nevada.
crazy, but that's the crazy thing. So on their website, it says 25% off.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. You ready for this? You ready
Uh-huh.
for this? Crispy comes through in August, right? Before he comes through, I clog your toilet really bad. We hire him to fix it. Now he has a receipt. And he's just be like, see, look, I live here. Look, I just got my toilet fixed.
Yeah.
This fucking asshole clogged the shit out of my shit. Bong. I just moved there, man.
And
My name is Alex.
I don't like this plan. I don't like this plan. And
It's a good plan, man.
but so on their website it says 25% off. So I do the math, and off the $75 ace takes it down to 55. So even that, I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty good deal, because I really don't know like where else I can get like the Tyson or like the super primo like Redwood, stuff like Planet 13 is like one of the only one, like that's one of the ones that they give a bulk of their stuff
You
to.
should hit the guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't. You know
Oh well, I mean,
and just be like, hey, I'm about to cop it. Let me just cop it off of you. You know what I mean? And maybe you might be like, hey, I'll give you this for that.
That's the thing. They don't even do it like that.
Yeah, that is true. There's no extra sauce on the side.
Yeah, literally everything that they get like goes to like Planet 13 pretty much, like
That's cool though, man.
Yeah.
Because it's when it's like 100% of the shit you're growing that doesn't go awry or fuck up. That's all already paid for.
And he was kind of telling us some numbers, and he was like, yeah, these guys bitch about paying us $1,500 a pound. But, they're getting, with a place like that, they're getting some quantity of everything, that they're getting. Yeah. But yeah, they don't, everything everything
all the way. Let's do some numbers here, all the way up. Even okay, say you went with your local thing.
Well, they're selling at 75, right? Like that's pretty much what you got to do, because like more often than not, I bet they're selling just an eighth of it to like one person, right? Like $75 shit. That's like the designer shit.
How many eighth? So eighth in the zip is 8, right?
So it could be 600.
600.
So 9,600.
Okay.
9,600 if you're running it all the way up.
9,600.
Yeah. So that's crazy. I mean, 15 to 96.
Money.
15 to 96. I know they got a lot of overhead and all that. And
I don't like talking numbers here, but you know what I mean? Like, okay, for example, right? Say I'm like, I gotta fill a 10-pack order. You know what I'm saying? And it's one strain. You know what I'm saying? So they're expecting like a significant price break here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're getting 10 all at once. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then, so what I'll do is I say, well,
these are legal dispensaries and legal transactions.
Yeah, these are legal. But then I say, well, listen, I'm like, I'm not going to make any money like that if I give you all this 10, but I'll give you the 10, but I'm only going to give you that number for 5 of them.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it works every time. So anytime they want more than 5, because then I always just say that, like, listen, I don't want to do that. Because like sometimes it's like I might just sell, if I sell one a piece out of 5 of this specific, like say my boy's like, hey, we got 5 of these give me a strain, these 808 glues or something, right? Like I'm trying to think of what's been on hand recently. What was it? Some Mendos, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Say, but like, okay, I can get like, I don't know, 18 a piece for these. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I do one by one, you know what I mean? And my numbers, 12 on those. I like that. You know what I mean? But this guy want to come out and buy all 5 of them. You know what I'm saying? He want to get them for like 15 a piece. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I only make 300. I'm, you know, but hey, say I'm just gonna make 1,500 real quick. Fuck yeah! I'm like, hey, you know what am I complaining about? You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna give a little spoiler alert in Tulsa King. So after what's his name, Sly Stallone becomes partners at the dispensary, and he was like, all right. He was like, I'm gonna get you your weed cheaper. And he was like, because
Yeah.
cheaper weed means more money for all of us, right? And because they have like, I think, I don't know, they make it look like it's like 500 racks like in the safe or something. And he was like, we can't have all that cash like on hand. And so he goes to the guy. And he's like, all right, we're gonna do, the first 10, we're gonna do it for 1,200, like you said. And then, but the second 10, we're doing it for 1,100, and then the third 10, we're doing it for 1,000. But then I want the other 470 at 700.
I'm not mad at that.
He wants all of it.
I'm not mad at that.
He was like, "You want to give me?" He's like, "You think you want?" He's like, "You're gonna fuck me over, and you're gonna give me 10 pounds of your bruised fruit?" It's like, who the fuck do you think I am? It's like, I want it all.
He sliced alone, bro.
Yeah, and he was like, and this is an exploding offer. This offer goes away once I swallow this chip.
Like, and you have that much seconds to think, well, what happens after that chip? Does he kill me?
It was right at the end. Like right as he's about to swallow, he's like, you drive a hard bargain. Let's do it.
I mean, shit. It's an exploding offer. I've never heard that. He might have exploded his dome piece right there. He said exploding offer. He's eating a chip. God damn it. You know what I mean?
And it's funny. He's eating this, like, he's eating chips with like an apricot jelly. And he was like, man, this. It's like, what is this? He was like, it's apricot jelly. He's like, this is really good. And like,
he's so old. That's like some old people shit, man.
And but he doesn't know that he was like,
it's cannabis.
Yeah, and he was like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it's infused. And he it zooms in on his eyes, and he's all pissed. It's like, I was wondering why I was feeling so good. This is right after he made the deal for the 500. So he got the deal, and he's feeling that good.
It's a smart deal, though.
For sure, for both parties concerned, right?
Yeah.
And that's
like the fact that he doesn't want to have all that money on. It's like, okay, just have more product then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then and that way, when we get this product for that much cheaper too, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean Plus, also too, it's like I remember, man, I got this homie, bro. I said he's called Ruckus. I don't fuck with this dude no more. But like, he's the type of dude, like, he's one of the laziest hustlers I ever met, because he would always find himself next to like somebody that was getting it. You know what I mean? So somebody would like dump him work type of shit. You know what I mean? Okay. So he's like, you know what I mean? He's like a homie hopper type of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Also, you know what I mean? Pause shit. You know what I mean? Anyways, he like, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly there was like this great bundle of work, super cheap. And then he was just trying to convince everybody like we should just dump it for hella cheap. I was like, no, stupid. This is why you're broke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to, you know what I'm saying? When you get blessed like that, you stretch that motherfucker. You know what I mean? What?
Sure.
That was the stupidest shit I ever heard. Because he was trying to get like a shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, give me a bunch of it. I'll move it hella fast, bro. I'll come right back. No.
Yeah.
Because he just want to go in the streets and act like he's cool, like he got this super jig for the low, because he's only going to put a little bit on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is the stupidest thing ever. Because it's funny, because I guess from the dawn of man, there was people that like valued the clout more than anything, than the actual bread. You know?
Yeah, that's for sure.
They wanted to have the car and look like they're getting it, and roll around and be seen and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
Yeah. Those people are lame.
You know what I mean? I was privileged to see a lot of them motherfuckers get popped young. Like when we were young, like, oh yeah. Hey, I remember the homie Ruckus I was talking about, he got raided. Yeah. You know what I mean? We were like, I was like 18. No, I was like 19. He had just turned 18.
And he's ruckus because he always causes one.
Yeah. Like, okay. I remember when I started
Can't be
calling
around
him.
people like that, man. Just
He was
too
a
much
big ass.
shit.
He looked like he was a big ass Cambodian dude. He looked like Bolo from he legit looked like Bolo from fucking you know what I'm talking about, from Bloodsport and all that, all the Van Damme movies.
Yeah.
Right. And I even remember because, like, you know, in my first iteration of the studio, it was during that era, during that time. We were like our adolescence, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like I just had the lawn chairs in the studio. I didn't have no chairs. And this dude would just break every chair he sat on, bro. Like, so, you know, you'd have those cheap ass plastic chairs.
Yeah.
So it's the armrests, they're still there, but they're broken.
Was he a little bit of a bigger dude?
He was like, you know what's crazy is like he was a big dude, but he was like dummy ass agile. Like he was like 5'8", but he could dunk. And like he could like walk on his hands. Like he could just do like he had like fucking, you know, he had some crazy chi going on or something. You know what I mean? But like super, like in a moment's notice where he's hella coordinated, he's a complete opposite. Like, okay, here's another famous ruckus story. He was DD, right? Like when he got out, he had a drug case. So he was kind of, you know, he would drink a little bit, but he'd be like, I'll be DD, just pay for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so like, and I remember this is one of the nights. See, this was crazy because I had left. I had this is like the cab days. I had jumped in a cab and went, I had to go do something. So I leave a club. Then later I get a call and motherfuckers in the hospital. And it's Ruckus calling me. I'm like, what happened, bro? Like, bro, I wrecked the car. This motherfucker's the DD rolls the car. Everybody else in the car gets hospitalized except for him.
What?
Because he's a big fucking, like, big fucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a trailblazer too, like a big. I'm like, this. How are you the DD, bro? And you crashed the car.
Maybe
and then even what they were saying is that he was just smashing. There was like no other cars around either. He just lost control on the freeway.
He's like, Rafi, DD doesn't mean I don't drink. He was like 15 minutes before we leave. Well, because when we were out the booze, eat a mint, and I'm good to go.
I remember it now. Like I said, he got popping when he was 19. It was his first case. So when he got out, we're all 21 already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're going out, like we're getting bottles. Like we used to, like, he would DD and we would drink in the car. You know what I mean? And like drive to the city. Because, like, you know what I mean? It sounded like, said.
And if you're drinking road beers, we hear a bunch about,
we're drinking road liquor. This is like the liquor days.
Yeah,
when we were young, we're drinking liquor.
See, like the road beers, we hear about these, the Stone Colds and shit like that, where they're drinking, just a 12-pack on the way.
Yeah, they're crushing it. Yeah. They got a 4-hour trip. That's like
how they fucking stay awake a little. Right? Like, I mean,
I'm one of those drinkers, bro. Like, if I'll just keep going. If there's still more booze, I'll just keep going, bro. Like, I'm up.
This
I'm like, all right, I think it's time to sleep now.
This is a good question. Crispy
probably
said,
not a good trait to have.
Crispy said, how much do we need to open a dispensary? See, I guess it depended on how.
First of all, you got to be like white. First of all, you got to find the good white guy, or like a rich Jewish guy. We know one of them.
Hey, yeah. I mean,
you got to get in the other side first.
And even right now, we probably don't want a dispensary. What we want is like a cannabis lounge.
Yeah,
like
a consumption lounge.
Yeah, we want it because you're able to serve the people. But it's all consuming it there. So creating the experience.
Yeah, so you would get like you would get like a consumption license or whatever the fuck. Whatever.
Just we said it right there. I'm your Huckleberry.
You know what I mean? Like, well, because it's also like,
because
shout out to Heart to Start Kev. Heart to Start Kev and his crew. Their cannabis brand. They went through all the route. The city hall meetings. They went the long route. Because minorities weren't getting they weren't getting like equal opportunity in the cannabis industry out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they got and I'm talking about as far as like getting your cultivating license and all the stuff that, to commercial grown, getting on that side of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because really the best way is to like in your I would say within the business model and the companies that are connected to the other companies, you gotta have the cultivation brand, you gotta have the dispensary, you gotta have the consumption lounge, like gotta have all these multiple things. But to open a consumption lounge, if we're doing it here in Vegas where the experience is like half of it, we're probably gonna need at least like $5 million, because it's like more of it's gonna be like on the build out of the actual It's like this
See,
isn't
but
gonna be,
see, here's the thing though, too. Is we're renting and renovating.
yeah.
That's what we're doing. You know
Because what I would like to have is just, I mean, it's a lot of it would be sports, related, because who doesn't
So
want to
look at this.
watch sports?
So that last month before I moved, that last like 2 months, right, I was in the studio like 3-4 days a week. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm exaggerating, like 2-3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? But like, so I'm in there with my man Prime, and Prime, like I said, when we get in there, we work. He don't even really say too much, except for like when we're in the car and shit. Like, he's a big Niner fan, so he always picks my brain about shit. You know what I mean? But otherwise than that, we just getting it in. So he tells me, he goes, "Hey, bro," he's like, "Don't tell nobody, but I'm thinking about opening up another spot." I was like, "Oh yeah, word." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But I want to buy a building." I said,
Yeah.
"Word." He's like, "Yeah, I want your mom to help me, because my mom, she does commercial real estate."
Yeah, for
So
sure.
then I tell my mom immediately, right? Then immediately within 10 minutes, she sent hella links, right? And my mom's like, "This one up top, that's the one I'm listing already." And it was a building, right? 3 stories, and the top is renovated to like studio apartments, and it has tenants in there, and it's already figured whatever through the city is permitted.
Okay.
So this is legal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he could get in there, buy the building, take over, and eventually move him out if he wanted to, or he could already making money off this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And he's like, "But I don't want." He's like, "That's," and he was talking about like maybe 1.2, the 1.3 million. That's like his range. This one's
The
like
reason why I say 5 is because we're shooting for the stars in Vegas.
Here's the thing though. He said this is like 1.5, right? My mom's like, "This is 1.5 million." But this is a building in downtown San Jose. This is like a steal. Because this is about to be like 5 million in like 2-3 years. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Commercial real estate's expensive.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
commercial
And
real
I'm
estate.
trying to tell him that though, because what you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know what's funny too? He's an Aquarius, and like my girl's an Aquarius, and I'm not, and it's almost like I'll yell something at them, and it's not that they don't hear me, they ain't trying to hear me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it'll be 5 years from now. He'll be like, "Bro, I looked at that spot. Remember 5 years ago? Look at how much it's worth." Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Because if I have bread like that, I'm buying that spot. You know what I mean? Because that's a flip, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Commercial real estate's where it's at. But yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to get a group of people together.
I think the dude was like short selling this shit too. That's why it was like 1.5. Like it was insane. Like, you know what I mean? Like at my mom's listing, and she's like, if he wants it, he could put in an offer, and then the listing will come down.
I would love to get a few people together to get in on something like that, because I got big ideas for a consumption lounge. I really do, and it doesn't matter where that's at.
You know what you got to do is the first thing you got to do is start working on whatever license you got to get, and then figure out the team, because if you don't have the backing or whatever it needs, you got to have that team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put that together, because there's people that are already in place right now that they're already like looking into this.
Well, we're gonna connect up with those people who already have some of these.
Okay. Yes.
And the pieces just come together.
Yes. Like Legos.
Yeah.
You like that one, huh?
Yep. Infinite in the house. What up? He said, "I'm trying to get home so I can smoke." Drive safe, bro. Drive safe.
Yeah.
Safe. I'll smoke it up.
The weed will be there.
Yeah. And let's see. We got only a couple more teams left here for tonight's box break. Goes down about an hour and 20. Usually start around 4:20. We got the Cardinals. Actually, I think I need to update this. So the Bears are gone. Cardinals, Texas Colts.
We got. I'm gonna do like the dinner and the cake and all that stuff, and I can still do playmakers tonight.
Okay.
Right? We gotta holler at the Fourth and Flex guys. I know they because we're doing I think we're trying to do NFC South, right? And I know they're some Buccaneers fans. That'd be tight, right? They said it was down too. So
yeah,
if they're available.
For sure. All right. So yeah, we'll see you guys back here in a little under an hour and a half. I'll post this in Patreon. We'll get the last couple teams going. We're doing 3 boxes. The Panini Prism, that's the Blaster Box 2022, a Don Russ Blaster 2022, and then a 2021 Chronicles Draft Pick Blaster Box is going to be super fun. And Infinite said, is Butte going to make the team? I don't think so. All signs are pointing to no.
He has booty in his name.
The writing was on the wall from the beginning.
What round pick was he?
Like 4th or 5th.
I think he makes the team. You know why? Because if the DeAndre Hopkins thing doesn't happen, and like and in history, they've kept a first round.
Actually, sorry, he's a 6th rounder.
Okay, so he's likely to get cut. But if they keep him around, it likely because they've kept a guy like N'Keal Harry around. He was so trash. They're like, just keep him on, just make him a healthy scratch.
Yeah, Infinite says DJ Moore going to be asked this season. I don't think so.
Fuck no.
If Justin Fields could take a little bit of a step,
he's the best quarterback that's ever. Is the best quarterback that's throwing the ball at him. I like everything we're hearing so far. They got an on the field connection as well as off the field. They got a little bromance thing going on. Last time we heard stuff like this with Justin Fields, it was like years ago, his rookie year, and it was Darnell Mooney's sophomore year, and Allen Robinson was going through that like, hey, I ain't really fucking with this team. He's making business decisions. And then what were they saying that year? Oh man, they're playing Call of Duty together, man. Mooney and Fields, they're butt buddies, man.
Yep.
And that's what they're saying about DJ Moore this time. And last time they were saying that about Mooney and Fields, you know what I'm saying? It was to the tune of a thou wow. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a better offense. Year 2 in the same offense for Justin Fields. And they finally got him some decent weaponry. You know what I mean? And the shorter A-dot, higher percentage target market guy is going to be DJ Moore. Give me that.
Yep. All right, we'll see you guys back here in a little bit more than an hour for the box break. We'll post this on Patreon, so if you want to snatch up a team, just check Patreon or Facebook. I'll be posting it in a few minutes. All right, peace out, peeps.
As I make my way, the fact I'm still alive, my claim to fame. It's no surprise I'm on a rise, finna stake my claim. Separate me from the others, cause we ain't the same. Ask my brothers from another, we ain't for play. Time is money, so we got no time to waste. Soon as this thing's moving, it can't be stopped. Blue bands in my pocket, call that juggernaut.
In the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your work sure would help a lot.
You know the stat quo. Finna get a bag, bustin' down that blow. Out of East Side Ho, where they know my name.